Can we do the unthinkable against PSG? The double, home and away, in the group stage. Can Newcastle United do it? In today's video, we'll look at PSG, look at Newcastle for this big fixture, match day 5 of the Champions League. So guys, today, back for a video on the channel. Today we have the Newcastle United vs PSG preview. Champions League football is back, and we are raring to go. Our final away game of the group stage, and obviously we don't know the outcome of what's going to happen. This could be our final away game in the Champions League for a couple of years. We don't know. So let's take it with treasure. Massive one against PSG. We're 4th. I think they're 2nd. There's a lot to play for. It can literally change. PSG could go 4th and Newcastle could go 1st. That's how tight the group is. We'll have to wait and see what happens. There's a massive match day for the Champions League. Tuesday, 8 o'clock kick-off. No early kick-off, which I like to see. Nice 8 o'clock kick-off. Evening game. Let's get into it, boys. Let's look at PSG since we last played them on the 4th of October, and let's look at Newcastle from that Champions League game as well. Let's get into it now, boys. So then, Paris Saint-Germain, as I mentioned before, match day 5, massive game, and obviously they came to St James's Park and got humbled. Best day of my life, beating PSG at St James's. It was absolutely unbelievable. Since then, they have been on a bit of good form since that game. They beat Rennes 3-1, Strasbourg 3-0, then beat AC Milan 3-0 at home, beat Brest 3-2, Montpellier 3-0, then got beat to AC Milan in the Champions League, a 3-0 win over Rennes, and then a 5-2 win on Friday night against AS Monaco. For what the Champions League has brought to PSG so far this season, they're on 6 points. Both the games at home they've won. Both games away they have lost. You look at that and you think, can Newcastle go to the part of France, I think it's called, their stadium, and pick up a win? You're asking for a lot, because at home PSG are very good. They got beat at home against Nice this season, and then before then, honestly, they got beat at Clermont-Foot. Was that in a friend? Oh no, that was in a. They got beat at Clermont-Foot. Anyways, they are very good at home, and that's one thing where scares me a little bit being a Newcastle fan, because we're not the best away from home this season. We've only picked up 5 points at home, away from home in the Premier League this season. Picked up that point against AC Milan, and obviously against Dortmund they thrashed through it all over. I think it'll be a game against PSG where we are gonna sit back. But let's speak more about PSG. They got that 5-2 win against AS Monaco on Friday night. 5 different scorers. The team that they played was quite similar to what they played at St James's. Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Skriniar, Hernandez and Mukiele. No Marquinhos. He will probably be out for the game, which is big news for us. Numen will still be out. Kimpembe will probably still be out. And a big one, their best player probably is at St James's, Zaïre-Emery, the 17-year-old. He is now injured. He got injured with France, so he will not be in the squad. So the squad that they played against AS Monaco, I am expecting to be the exact same team from what they played will be playing against Newcastle. So Donnarumma, Marquinhos, Skriniar, Hernandez, Mukiele in the midfield, Fabian Ruiz, Ugarte, the Uruguay midfielder with Vitinha, Ousmane Dembele, Ramos, and then Kylian Mbappe. Very strong team. Even looking at their bench, Koulibaly came on and scored. And that's really it. Obviously they've got Asensio, but that team there probably will be the start 11 that they will start. I can't see them making any changes. Maybe Solé for Fabian Ruiz, but I can't see it. I think that team will start. Against Newcastle, they went very attacking, which I don't think helped them. I think they had Koulibaly, Ramos, Dembele and Mbappe all starting, where they only had 2 players in midfield, that Zaïre-Emery, the youngster, and the Uruguayan lad, I think. Vineyard's a good player for them. They didn't play him against at St James's, but they've looked good as of late. Obviously they lost that game against AC Milan, which I was a bit fucking hell, this is a bit extreme. This group it probably was the best result. If PSG won, they would have been top of the group with AC. They would have been, yes, PSG would have been top with 9. Dortmund 7, and then us and AC would have been on the same. No, we would have been third, but overall, it's made it a tighter group, more exciting group with AC Milan winning against PSG. Honestly, you can't really call anything apart from the fact that PSG are very good at home and Newcastle are very good away. So let's be one out of the two and then how we can go to this away game and try and win. So then Newcastle United, obviously, just coming off that 4-1 win against Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea aren't the same team as what they were, but still picked up a 4-1 win against them is absolutely massive. But this game against PSG could be a lot of change. It really could be. Looking at the table, as I mentioned before, 3 points separate first and fourth. If we win, we can still arguably go top, which is mad. No, we couldn't. Arguably we could. We could still go. No, we couldn't. My maths is shit. We couldn't go top if we can still go to the top 2 if we win. If we win, we have more points than PSG. We'll have 7. They'll have 6. It's such a tough one to call. It really is. They're a very good side. Yes, we are a good side, but the injuries are still not looking good. As we have known now from that Chelsea game, Joe Willock's got an injury, and it's not looking good. Which is it's such a shame because he came back and looked very good. Obviously, he got involved in that Dortmund game at home and then played the away game. Played every game since. Was immense against Man United in the Carabao Cup. But the Champions League is the ultimate stage. Can Newcastle United go to the Parc de France and do something? It is a tough one to call. Looking at their team that they played against AC Milan, as I mentioned before, it's the same team. Yes, you can sit here and go, look, we've beat them once, we've beat them again. I think that was just the fact of not playing a Champions League game in 20 years and finally doing it and being back in the stadium with the atmosphere. It was absolutely immense and everything just went right for Newcastle that day. I'm not saying I couldn't again, but going over there with the way their countries run, it's just going to be a hostile, horrible atmosphere for the game. Like for the young lads who will probably be there, like arguably will Lewis Miley start most likely. He's going to be playing in a very in an atmosphere where can he recover from it if he has a shit game? It's one of them where you go to that stadium and it's such a big such a big atmosphere where you're going to have the fans fucking going with all the flares and that, and even after the game with all the kickoffs and all that. If anyone's going to France in the game and whatnot, I hope you're all going to be safe, because that was one of the, if I was going to do one, which I can't do any other way days because of holidays with work, it's I hope everyone's sound, because it's going to be horrible. But as I mentioned, Lewis Miley starting that game. Will there be any changes? I don't want to give too much away. There will be the predicted team out tomorrow for the game, as I always do. Such a tough one to call, lads. I couldn't sit here and give you a prediction, because obviously, yes, we beat them 4-1. If we're going to beat them once, we can beat them again, but we look bad away from home. But if I meant, you know what, if I meant we lost all these away games, Bournemouth and whoever else, just to beat PSG, I'll absolutely take it. I'm not going to give a prediction because I'm not being negative. The Champions League's back, and hopefully Newcastle United can do the unthinkable and do the double over PSG. That is the end of the preview, boys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the Champions League, as you can see there, on Tuesday night. Video will be out, and I'll see you all in the next one, boys. Hopefully Newcastle United can keep our Champions League hopes alive. Howie the lads.